So, very good evening to one and all gathered here. So, in this occasion, we are going to see the next most interesting topic in industrial engineering, concept of ergonomics engineering in workplace system. So, this is the proposed agenda for the presentation as given here. Before moving to the main theme of concept, let us have a short overview about the objectives of ergonomic system within the workplace environment. So ergonomics is a study of work system. To take a work system, what are the various different collection of units? You say machine tools, equipments, working atmosphere. These are the different various input units to be taken into consideration. So the ergonomics is a field of study that can be applied to measure the ability of comfortness and safety of the worker who is going to do the hazardous job within a system. So ergonomics is said to be system engineering. So it is focused from the system engineering point of view, ergonomics. So ergonomics tries to measure the level of comfort between the man and the equipment, how effectively the equipment can be handled much better way by skilled worker without having any uh, manual discomfort during the operation. The aim of ergonomics is to have a high quality work output in order to meet the basic requirement with the minimum the mechanical effort by the worker as possible. So the complicated motion of the task can be simplified with minimum mechanical effort. That was the meaning, the second objective. So by equipping automation strategy, we can able to re-alter the complex human body motion in the workplace so that we can have a simple mechanical body posture by reducing the maximum effort of doing the work with more risk that can be reduced in the uh, ergonomics point of view. Now we will move on to the introduction to ergonomics. So from the basic objective, now you have an idea about what is ergonomics. So it is nothing but measuring possible interaction between the work environment and the employee. So from this picture, you can understand in figure 1, here in figure 1, there is no lifting equipment. The full entire energy is being utilized by the human body itself. And at the end of the day, musculoskeletal disorder is experienced by the human worker due to over tiredness and experiencing by lifting heavy weighted jobs in the shop floor system. So to minimize the back pain or musculoskeletal disorder, so we can maintain a simple standing posture. Other rest of the basic mechanism, physical lifting, loading and unloading can be done by with the help of the pneumatic jacking principle. So we can either raise the height or lower the height. Accordingly, we can able to store the items at the corresponding shelf. So this example is used for storing the finished item into the raw material inventory with the help of the mechanical material handling system. So here the partial amount of the human body, the physical pain can be reduced. So the most of the physical work is done by this vehicle, manual material handling vehicle. So there is no pain experienced by the hip, or there is no spinal injury. Okay, so by minimizing the hazard, the risk, we can able to improve the safety and productivity in the daily routine task carried out by the worker. What are the different classification or domain specific category in ergonomics engineering? There are three basic areas, say physical ergonomics, cognitive ergonomics, and organizational ergonomics. Now we will have a short and crisp introduction about all the three different categories of ergonomics engineering. So physical ergonomics deals with the body anatomy of the human operator. That includes both physiological and also the biomechanical characteristics. Cognitive ergonomics, mental thinking, the perception of the brain of a human worker about the particular the process, observation of the process or an activity carried out in the daily work system. Organizational ergonomics is nothing but optimizing various socio-technical systems, say material, machineries, men and money. So these kind of things we can have a proper balance by having strong organization structure, policies and process. So these are the different types of ergonomic system, but mostly most of the research is focused on the first one, physical ergonomics. So that is more suited to the factory operator who are in the shop floor side. And these are the following advantage of ergonomics engineering if we apply in industrial concept to in production management system. So the ergonomics engineering from the system point of view, from the system thinking point of view, we can able to lower the cost of waste or rejects by increasing the productivity, better quality of the product, and better safety work culture by minimizing the drastic accidents experienced by the human operator in day-to-day work culture. Here, some of the existing research studies which I collected from the online web source. How to detect the human body fatigue level with the help of the machine learning approach with the smartphone interconnect facility. So the motivation for research, what is the primary motivation for research? So in day-to-day production shop floor environment, the manual human operators are being involved in doing highly challenging jobs like repetitive, fully manual, physical oriented jobs. So as a result, in long term, due to mental tiredness, mechanical fatigue, the workers will show poor performance and they may experience physical pain in the body, say musculoskeletal disorder. So in this project, the team of members they try to investigate the feasibility of using human motion alteration with the help of the sensor by interfacing directly with the smartphone facility in order to predict the muscular fatigue at various intervals. And this is the research study, the problem setup. So the smartphone can be interfaced at any part of the body, can be kept in the limb or leg or below the abdomen at any part of the body, which experience high physical fatigue due to overtiredness. So as a result, the process graphs has been drawn, and this graph will tell you the level of fatigue, either high, medium, or low, during the process of work operation done by the human operator. So what are the research applications? It has been summarized here. So by measuring the variability uh, due to the tolerance, due to the ineffective tolerance experienced by the worker based on the more workload taken by them, so we can categorize as fatigue and non-fatigue worker depending on the data given by the smartphone. What are the key findings? So they fix an accuracy level of 91% by creating a machine learning model. And this machine learning model will work under two cases, no fatigue and strong fatigue. So this algorithm gives a 91% accuracy solution. Further, they categorize the human muscular fatigue level as three classes: no, medium, strong fatigue, based on which further they ranked the percentage efficiency as 78 and 64 respectively. The outcome of the study strongly influenced the fatigue monitoring tool in the workplace, so that will able to improve the body pattern mechanism by reducing more the risk of fall and injury by the worker. So based on this, I constructed a case study for an automobile manufacturing sector. So by having a single model assembly line system, which can process a variety of parts. But here in this case study, the type of problem addressed here is there are some ineffective manufacturing methods used in the assembly line system as explained here. Height of the assembly disk and the hip uh, height of the assembly disk is highly inconvenient with respect to the hip height of the worker from the datum point with respect to the ground level. So the worker is finding highly inconvenient to do the work, manual assembly work in the assembly desk because the height of the assembly desk is too higher compared to the hip height of the normal human operator. So this leads to inaccuracy of production. So the line manager wants to find out the various deficiency in the assembly line production by engaging the professional consultant to offer advice on how to improve the assembly line layout from the ergonomics point of view. And here are some of the revised suggestions so that we can adjust the height of the assembly desk as per the hip height of the operator. So these are the things which are shown here. The figure 3 is the existing assembly line network. Here, the worker has to adjust its body by complicating its daily the motion pattern. So a lot of mechanical stress is put on the spinal cord at the back end of the operator, human body of the human operator. So that leads to exhaustion of energy. Energy gets exhausted and he may experience overtiredness in performing the task. So thereby we can alter the mechanical body motion of the human operator by by adjusting the height of the assembly desk in such a way convenient to the assembly operator. So that will be very much easier to operate a more flexible way. So these are the comparisons that are given in the previous slide, figure 3 and 4 respectively. Then in the following slide, which tells about the conclusion about the case study. So from this presentation, what we came to know about the main thing is ergonomics in assembly line system. How to apply the ergonomics engineering in a manual assembly line system by considering the worker fatigue. That is the major the theme of analysis in this case study. and how to simplify the manual assembly line according to the comfortability of the worker by re-altering the layout of the assembly desk. So with this, I end the presentation for today's meeting. Once again, I thank each and every one of you for your kind support. So follow the updates whichever I am posting every day in my YouTube channel. Thank you, one and all. So the next meeting we will have some other discussion related to the latest emerging technological trends in mechanical engineering and production management system. Thank you once again.